What this clumsy African cow is missing. The substance more than makes up for the style distinguishable from American bison. African buffalo can adjust to a variety of diverse environments, runs at speeds of up to 37 miles per hour, and they are uncontrollable due to their around a 20-year lifespan. They loiter in herds and cast their ballots grazing on land that is protected. Humans are posing a rising hazard development. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Top facts about buffalo: no gentle giant due to their obstinate character, and their 35 top speed in miles per hour results in many accidents and fatalities each year, earning it the moniker Black Death. Who's in charge? The origin of a male buffalo's distinctive curving horns develop and come together at the apex of its top, producing a bus-shaped helmet-type herd behavior. Using a form of voting, buffalo herds decide on make a decision regarding your next move. Despite the fact that all members of the bovines, there are only buffalo in Africa, and not to be confused with the United States water or bison. The buffalo's scientific name is buffalo. The African buffalo's scientific name, genuine Kaffir, Greek word censorus, means top together, an allusion to the huge horns that the buffalo males that emerge. Kaffir, connected at the crown of the head, originates from Latin, a reference to land of the Kaffirs, the all of Africa. The behavior and appearance of buffalo, huge cattle like buffalo found in Africa, like while not having a close genetic relationship related to cattle. The average male population is 1,060 to 100 pounds as adults, roughly the size of 4 wheels. Additionally, they are around 5 feet tall. The reach and shoulders 7 feet from tip to tail long. Despite being large, the height of a charging buffalo is 37 feet. Hours per mile. The health of African buffalo is equally dreadful. Being known for being snarky, estimates differ, but fatal assaults by Cape buffalo has acquired the moniker infamous case of the Black Death. An expert based in South Africa, a buffalo attacked and murdered the hunting guide. A buffalo's fellow herd member the guide for this reason. He had just shot himself. A list of trophy hunters includes the African being one of the top 5 most dangerous and hence coveted animals to hunt. Despite its negative image, research also discovered African buffalo herds to err on the side of democracy and kindness. For instance, herd movements go through a sort of vote where women are positioned. They desire to depart with the most popular direction, becoming the one the herd moves. Following herds will also team together to protect calves from attacks. They'll even look scanning the herd for other adults. Africa has 4 different types of buffalo. Among them is Cape West Africa, savanna forest, and savanna in Central Africa. Typically buffalo and are characterized by their relative size and horn form. Cape buffaloes are the most prevalent, who have short, dark brown hair and unique horn, big fur, and coarse fur that curve downward before rising again. Savanna buffalo resemble a ram in appearance, reminiscent of Cape buffalo, but with horns that are a little shorter, and a variety of fur styles that range from pale brown to almost black. Typically, forest buffalo are smaller compared to the others, lighter brown or longer horns, and even redder hair. Savanna buffalo calves occasionally has light brown fur, although the majority of forest buffalo retain theirs into adulthood. Large herds of buffalo gather together, each herd containing between 50 and 500 people. Occasionally, herds will combine to form transient super herds, thousands strong, to maintain lions, preventing other scavengers from quickly identifying you. Single individuals for attack. Usually, the females make up any herd. Within their calf, males will occasionally form bachelor parties, groups, adult males only, and smaller herds. These flocks, but will divide into younger men and mature men. Typically, older males enjoy seclusion. Notwithstanding their closeness to other buffaloes, similar names, African buffaloes, are different from buffaloes other regions of the world have. These include the Asian water buffalo and United States bison. Often known as a buffalo, it simply requires a close look to determine how different American bison descend from the buffalo. possess smaller horns with a distinct form and thicker hair, typically with a beard, a distinct hump at the shoulders, various head shapes. Meanwhile, a number is shared by water buffalo. Additional characteristics yet contain some significant distinctions from their relatives in Africa. The majority of water buffalo are tamed. Hence, they are in use, with particular emphasis on China and India. Just how oxen and cows are employed in additional global regions. Even though African buffalo are occasionally, they are unpredictable when hunting for meat. Because of their mindset, they have never been subdued. Nearly all water buffaloes worldwide, or practically all domesticated wild buffalo, inhabit Africa. African buffalo can endure in their habitat almost everywhere has water. Area contains semi-arid brushland and marshes. With forests, they are spread out across the continent of especially Central and Southern Africa. Africa includes Sierra Leone, Ghana, Cameroon, South Africa, Central African Republic, Kenya, Botswana. Africa, and a higher buffalo diet. Despite the fact that they can be vicious, unlike many animals, buffaloes don't consume meat. Animals with feet, they graze during their awake hours. About plants, they only have a very distant relative. Evolution of cows and other animals. Bovine, similar to cows, buffalo will also chew cud. That implies they will vomit up any earlier grown grass to use and extract additional minerals. In contrast to other grazing animals, most buffalo graze at night. People seem to act in this manner in part because buffalo struggle to control their behavior. Their internal temperature. Despite buffalo predators and dangers, numerous predators exist for buffalo and the unruly. The two greatest dangers to them are people and sources of food. The majority of a buffalo's day is spent grazing, putting them at risk of famine during dry periods. Meanwhile, hunters' perceptions of their value means there is an abundance of large game. Safaris aimed at them. Natural hunters in Africa, in particular wild dog packs and lions, present a threat. A persistent danger to buffalo that severing ties with the herd. The main danger to African buffalo, however, irresponsible people exist. Development, such as clearing land for crops or clearing land for city or housing expansion. Buffalo habitats are fragmented, reducing the availability of food because they spend the majority of their day sleeping. Buffalo consuming this soon impacts populations. Additionally, it can put people in danger from buffalo as they destroy farms, rip down barriers, and expose them to sickness. Livestock. Buffalo life and reproduction span. The birth of an African buffalo, one calf. Roughly every several years, mothers can carry a pregnancy for up to a year, longer than humans by a whole year. Even following delivery, the calf will depend on the mother for as long as possible, similar to another year, even because male buffalo won't approach directly. Function in upbringing. The calves make a particular cries that will bring the entire herd to their location. Rescue calves take an additional 4 to it takes 5 years to mature. Following maturation, females typically remain where they were with the herd. Born males will depart for one of the, while single herds usually, females start having descendants around this period. Buffaloes in the wild typically live for age 10 to 22 despite spending nearly 30 years in captivity. Population of buffaloes. Africa has a healthy population. Yet the previous few years have seen a decline. In the decade, the Worldwide Alliance for the Protection of Animals, the status of the buffalo has changed from this poses the least threat to worry. Farming is blamed for the reduction. Actions that prevent them from grazing lands, threats from prize hunters are also present. And meat thieves. Thanks for watching.